Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Philip Kaufman, filling in for Julia Wiegand. State police released the name of the second victim whose body was found in a wooded area near Eckley Road in Carbon County. The male victim has been identified as 60-year-old Ti-Yang Ji-Yang Peng from Flushing, New York. The female victim was previously identified as 55-year-old Jin Sing Gao, also of New York. Their bodies were found back on May 22nd in Lucerne Township. The location in which the bodies were discovered is not the location where the victims died, as it appears it was used as a dumping area for the bodies. Anyone with information is still being asked to contact PSP Hazleton at 570-459-3890. 10 people were displaced by an early Thursday morning fire in Freeland. Fire crews were called to the 300 block of Center Street around 5:30 a.m. There, they found that the fire was between the third floor and attic of the structure, but it was quickly contained to the interior to prevent further damage. Everyone living in the building made it out safely and no injuries were reported. The Red Cross was called in to assist those affected by the Thursday morning fire in Freeland. Hazleton Area School Board gathered for a brief special meeting last night. It was a pretty brief meeting at the administration building as the Hazleton Area School Board made several approvals for the upcoming summer programming.
We had a special meeting this evening to approve some summer programs that we're excited to have. We get our kids back together, get our kids back learning, provide them some learning loss. If the parents feel that they need to participate in any of the programs that we're going to be offering, that's fantastic. We'll take them. We'll provide them as much support and tutoring that we can during the course of the summer, get them ready to go into the next grade level in the fall, and bring them back ready to go at 100%. We had some hires, additional hires, and we needed to approve a couple different contracts with different vendors that we utilized throughout the course of the school year. So it was we needed to get it done prior to waiting until June 24th, so we just had a quick little special meeting at the beginning to get all of that ready and rolling, and especially we wanted to put out those tutoring programs for our students for the summer.
Following the special meeting was the committee meeting, where representatives of different committees gave their reports and brought up anything that needed to be addressed. During this time, a presentation was given on the amount of energy spending throughout the district.
Over the past 2 years, we brought in a company, CM3. They walked us through different planning phases, ESCO project, looking at different ways that we could save energy and save some dollars for the district. And as was discussed this evening, we did. We saved some significant dollars over the course of those 2 years, and certainly some of that is equated to not being open, and the buildings are closed, the electricity's off, no one's in the buildings. No heating, no cooling, those types of things. But there is a significant savings even with what we've done, and we will see that moving forward.
And finally, since we had a chance to speak with Superintendent Upplinger, we asked how everyone is feeling with graduation right around the corner.
I can't tell you how excited I am to get these kids in front of us and get them together and get them to able to celebrate the class of 2021. You know, we're coming out of this horrendous pandemic that we've been in, getting the kids back together, getting parents back together, able to celebrate them in person and to actually have some fun with them, you know, during graduation. And obviously that will take place on Tuesday. And again, I can't say how excited I am. It's just, I have no words for the excitement that I feel in getting them back here and getting them on campus and graduating them.
It's back and better than ever. The Weatherly Hill Climb, that is. You can catch all the live action tomorrow right here on WYLN. But first, our Julie Stefanovich has the preview.
The Weatherly Hill Climb is back after an over-year-long hiatus thanks to the pandemic. Drivers from near and far are rolling into town getting ready to rev up their engines for the annual event that's been around since 1961. For many of them, it's more than just the race. It's about the camaraderie in the community.
My favorite hill, absolutely my favorite hill. Terrific town, terrific people, and a very challenging hill climb. So it's worth the 2 days it takes me to get there and 2 days it takes me to get home.
The hill climb is a local staple that brings in drivers from around the country.
People are traveling from New Hampshire, down in Florida. We got guys coming from Michigan, from Chicago, and a lot of the New England states.
Over 100 drivers have already signed up for the weekend-long event and are breathing life into the area's finances.
We got to do something with the economy, and this is the type of thing that helps. You know, people are traveling, they're staying in motels, and people are coming here in town and they're spending lots of money. They come down here and they eat both days down here, and it's just a win-win for everybody. So that's the important part of this, and then you have a lot of fun doing it.
The race also helps to benefit area nonprofit organizations.
We have the community library, the Boy Scouts, the food and everything will be great. And we try to keep it reasonably priced, you know, because you want to be able to bring the family out. And it doesn't, all you got to do is have the gas to get here and a car, a way to get here. We don't charge you to park, and we don't charge you to get in.
Boland, who started hill climbing back in 1983, holds a record right here in Weatherly that he set back, as he says, in his younger years.
Yeah, that was when I was young. I was 70. I set that in 2012, and I won't break it, but somebody will eventually. That's what happens.
He also told us about his expectations for the weekend.
Well, I just have fun, you know, which I will, and see my friends. You know, this thing's been shut down. I haven't been here in a year and a half, and there's a lot of people I want to see and drink a beer with. So my expectations are, you know, stay in the top 5 maybe.
The Weatherly Hill Climb can be seen live tomorrow right here on Wyln from 10:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. It will also be carried on Blue Ridge Cable and Pocono Television Network. In Weatherly, for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. An 8-month-old female pit bull was found abused and neglected in Luzerne County. The abandoned dog was found badly emaciated in Pittston City on Tuesday. The dog, now named Nova, is being cared for by the SPCA of Luzerne County, where she's being nursed back to health. The shelter says the pup is in stable condition but guarded condition. They're also offering a $1,000 reward for anyone with information that leads to the conviction of the individual or individuals responsible for this abuse. You can call the SPCA of Luzerne County at 570-825-4111. A Wilkes-Barre man was taken into custody following a domestic dispute Thursday morning. According to police, 34-year-old Johnny Lassiter tried to set a mattress on fire during an argument with his girlfriend at a South Wells Street apartment. The victim told police that Lassiter pulled the mattress off the bed frame and pulled out a lighter to ignite the mattress, which caused the apartment to fill up with smoke. Lassiter was charged with arson, simple assault, and risking a catastrophe. He was taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $25,000 bail. Former Penn State President Graham Spanier reported to jail early to serve his sentence in a case stemming from Jerry Sandusky child sexual abuse scandal. A judge upheld his sentence last month and ordered him to begin serving at least 2 months in the county jail by July 9th for a single misdemeanor conviction of endangering the welfare of children. The 72-year-old was charged in 2012 and convicted by a jury in 2017, but appeals allowed him to stay out of jail since. He reported to Center County Correction Facility Monday morning and will spend 2 months on house arrest with electronic monitoring after his release. Spanier was charged over his response to a 2001 report that Sandusky, a former Penn State assistant football coach, had been spotted showering alone with a boy in a team locker room. Sandusky is serving 30 to 60 years for sexually abusing children. Hazleton area's graduating class of 2021 will be holding an in-person commencement ceremony next week. And WYLN is proud once again to bring you live graduation coverage on Tuesday, June 15th at 6 p.m. in front of the high school. Each grad will receive 5 tickets for family and guests, but those who are comfortable attending in person will still have their names announced. The Distinguished Graduate Ceremony will take place Monday, June 14th at 6 p.m. in front of the high school as well. So join us here at 6 on Tuesday as we say hats off to this year's Hazleton area grads. Coming up on WYLN News, your favorite furry friends of the week, plus this year's girls Wolfpack Bulldog basketball recap. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
It's time to get out. Enjoy the weather. Take that vacation. You need it. It's all right here in the Pocono Mountains. Enjoy adventures. Be wet and wild. Play the slots. Take a relaxing hike.
Don't miss Explore the Pocono Mountains 350. It's the green flag for 2021. Get your tickets at PoconoRaceway.com.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of a new show here on Wyln, Let's Talk Sports. We're going to talk between our basketball and football seasons. We're going to talk to coaches, guests about past seasons, events coming up, different types of things sports related. It's all going to be here on Let's Talk Sports. You'll be able to see it here on Wyln.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. We're talking about TNT. We're talking about trucks and trade-ins. If you got a truck that you don't want or you're looking for a truck, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned trucks right now. We have got Rubicons. We have got GMCs, Ford Flexes. We have got a Ram dually diesel. If you're in the market for a truck or you want to get rid of your truck, you'll never get more ever than it's worth right now. So come on down to 508 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazleton and see why we'll give you more for the trade that those other guys won't.
Summer is in full swing, which means sun, fun, and barbecues. The Harwood Fire Company will be hosting a chicken barbecue fundraiser Saturday, June 12th from 2 until 6 p.m. They'll be serving up some mouth-watering chicken made fresh on the pit, along with a few cold beverages. So come on out to Harwood Fire Company tomorrow to support the volunteer fire organization. Outdoor seating for eating in and takeouts will be available. If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. So check out the SPCA of Luzerne County for all breeds, shapes, and sizes of pets. The shelter has some more furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone, meet Mimi. She is a young German Shepherd and Husky mix with stunning eyes that'll make her very unique. She's a medium-sized girl weighing around 30 pounds and super sweet. She's also lived with children, cats, and other dogs. And up next is Buddy. He's a 2-year-old hunky chunky boy that has a very loved in his precious previous setting. This cat adores belly rubs and even small dogs. He's currently looking for a loving lap in a home of his own. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more while the shelter continues adopting out new best friends amid the pandemic. WYLN's all-time OT hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. Wilkes-Barre area girls basketball coach Mary Mushak-Namey is on this week, so let's talk sports. Here's part 5.
Now we're going to focus on a couple of games that we had of yours on WYLN and talk about a couple of the teams that were at the top of the Wyoming Valley Conference. And we'll start with eventual conference champions in Berwick. Didn't have the success you wanted, but we did the game down in Berwick, and I thought, and I know Coach DeMelfi, who called the game with me, very impressed with Shelby Ardo Boyko. She always seemed to be in the right place, right time, making plays, hard worker. And by the time we saw you again in Hazleton, she had cracked the starting lineup.
Yeah. So Shelby actually is only entering her third season ever playing the sport of basketball. So when I inherited her freshman year, we moved her up. That was only her second year. So everything that she's kind of been doing for the past 2 years is all based on instinctive and athletic ability. I mean, she's just so smart on that court, as in like instinctively knowing where to go. And as the season went on, you can kind of tell she was definitely learning and gaining that basketball IQ to make herself a better player. So the natural ability and talent was there, but now that she's learning like how to read a defense, how to read an offense and things like that, it's really helping her become, one of our go-to players. I can't be any prouder of her for the way that she's overcome everything and how she stepped up throughout that entire season. I mean, they had a great game plan. Everyone started to double and triple Gloria, and Shelby, took advantage of that opportunity, and I think she's one of the main reasons we got as far as we did.
And be sure to check out this week's entire half hour of Let's Talk Sports, Saturday at 7 and 8:30 p.m. and again Sunday at noon and 5:30 p.m. Coming up on Weatherly's News Choice, your week in review courtesy of our Julia Wiegand. Plus, leading the way into this week's final segment. Stay with us.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday. So today we're talking about why you shouldn't crack your own neck. First off, I didn't believe this was a thing when I was in school. All these old chiropractors were telling me, don't let your patients crack their own necks. It's the worst thing they can do. And all this stuff, and I just didn't think it was real. And to be honest, I was cracking my own neck. At that time, I was dealing with migraines too. I didn't put the two and two together, but after I got into the field and I started seeing the people, what they were coming in with if they crack their own neck, and the differences, versus the people who don't crack their own necks, and it was crazy. These are the everyday migraine people. These are the people who wake up screaming in the night because they can't move their neck and it's turned to the side. These are the people who they've got tinglies down the arm and they're young and they don't deserve this at all for any other reason than they're just cracking their own neck. So if your neck is achy and it feels like it needs to be stretched, put some heat on it at night and in the morning go see your chiropractor and feel good.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Why does Monday have to be a day?
We can make Monday play day.
How about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
We could definitely make those new play days here in the Poconos. But what about Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Those are days too, right?
Pocono Mountains play days. But really any day you want them to be. Find us at PoconoMountains.com.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Monday. A Luzerne County man was charged with criminal homicide stemming from a domestic violence incident over the weekend. 36-year-old Joseph Sarmiento allegedly killed 38-year-old Helena Johnson of Massachusetts Sunday morning at the Red Carpet Inn on North Church Street in Hazel Township. According to state police, an autopsy was performed on the victim and established the cause of death as blunt force trauma and ruled the manner of death as homicide. Sarmiento was charged with criminal homicide from a domestic violence incident involving the victim. Tuesday. Crews were on site at the station in Weatherly working on the Reciprocal Internal Combustion Engine, or the RACE project. The project is a partnership between the borough and AMP Ohio, which serves as Weatherly's energy management company, and the first phase was expected to be completed by Wednesday. The generators will help in the long run by relieving peak energy, reducing demand charges, continuing to supply power to the town in cases of extreme emergencies, and acting as a mini power grid so the borough can begin other endeavors. Weatherly was one of just 5 municipalities throughout the state chosen for the project, which comes at no cost to the borough. Wednesday. Vandals targeted Primitive Methodist Church on Austin Avenue sometime between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday in the Parsons section of Wilkes-Barre. A cleaning crew arrived to find a Bible ripped to shreds, fire extinguishers discharged throughout the building, and human feces on both the floor and wiped on an American flag. The suspect or suspects are believed to have entered through a basement door that may have been left ajar, as the church's pastor described it as one of those heavy doors where, if you don't slam it, it might not close all the way, and that the damage and cleanup cost could be nearly $10,000. Anyone with information on the incident is still being asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Police Department at 570-208-4222. Thursday. One man's behind bars after confessing to a triple homicide in Northumberland County. State police at Stonington say 23-year-old Matthew Reed entered a Snyder townhome between noon and 3 p.m. Wednesday, planning to buy a 97 Toyota Camry from the victims. When he found out they were selling it to someone else, he told troopers about his plans to steal the vehicle and the gun he brought along to kill them if needed. Reed said he snapped after an argument ensued and started shooting, murdering 58-year-old Susan Williams, 59-year-old James Dickin, and a 17-year-old male before fleeing in the vehicle. It was recovered at the Sunbury boat launch later that evening, and Reed was cuffed a short time later at the Haven Ministry Center, the homeless shelter he was residing in. Reed was arraigned Thursday morning on charges of criminal homicide, vehicle theft, tampering with evidence, and illegal possession of a firearm. He was locked up at Northumberland County Prison after the judge denied his bail. Friday. State police released the name of the second victim whose body was found in a wooded area near Eckley Road in Carbon County. The male victim has been identified as 60-year-old Tien Chien Pan from Flushing, New York. The female victim was previously identified as 55-year-old Jinsing Gao, also of New York. Their bodies were found back on May 22nd in Lucerne Township. The location in which the bodies were discovered is not the location where the victims died, as it appears it was used as a dumping area for the bodies. Anyone with information is still being asked to contact PSP Hazleton at 570-459-3890. That's it for your week in review, here on WYLN News.
You know, Ashley, the Poconos, we do dining right.
Well, the cuisine is top-notch.
Right, and there's takeout for every taste. This has been a tough year, and we've been eating in day and day out.
I forgot to light the stove.
Hey, no problem. I'll take care of it. You know, Ashley, I think we'll be going out tonight.
Leave the cooking to us. Find great dining options at PoconoMountains.com.
Only one company has been a lifetime committed to your safety: Subaru. At Fairway Subaru in Hazleton, we're committed to you and providing the safest vehicles on the road for you and your family, which is why Subarus come with available EyeSight driver assist technology, which can reduce the rate of rear-end crashes by up to 85%. And with lane assist and sway warning, your family will know why Subaru is a leading choice among parents and teen drivers. Discover more about Subaru and all there is to love about it at Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. The right car, the right price, the right dealer.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Jim Perry is leading the way into this week's final segment. And welcome back to this week's final segment of Leading the Way with Jim Perry. Now, as we always do on Fridays, looking towards the future. First, to start off, just had the primary elections. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
And looking towards November. But aside from that, what are some things we can look forward to the future for Jim?
Well, yeah, I'm going to try to work my hardest at helping the community. That's what I look forward to. It's not really about, I don't think it's politics. I just think it's helping the people in the community as much as we can. And as things come up, we need to address them. Like I said, paving and then looking for housing, and all those things are necessary. We need, more code officers. We need more police officers. So trying to find ways that we could do that. We just came off the pandemic. We were getting some money from the rescue plan, but we're not sure how we can use it, what we can use it for. We're going to try to do our best with that. So there's a lot of positives going out there. Like I said, we'll be dealing with many of those issues as they come up. Like again, we'll have these warehouses are coming around us. It's the first time that we're having some in the city. We're going to bring some revenue in, but there'll also be some other issues. We have to deal with all those more people coming, perhaps. But I think that the 309X, I guess you'd say going south would be. It's going to be modernized. We're going to see a lot of new things. Might be more industry coming in, more businesses coming in. And I think, we're looking for all the positives that go along with that. And so we're going to try to keep our infrastructure moving in the right direction. And I think the comp plan will be something that I'm looking forward to working with all aspects of our community. When the community buys in and involved, looking at the future, what's it going to be like 10 years from now? It'd be like Vision 2030, I would imagine, 2032, whatever we get this going. But I think that's a good thing for all of us in the community to have a stake in it, that we're going to be looking forward to something that's positive. We can see on the horizon what's out there.
And looking into the future, what do you see for the city of Hazleton?
I see us growing a lot. We see a lot more businesses coming into town. I think you're going to see a lot more on our Beltway and downtown. We see a lot happening there. So I hope I see a positive future for us where we'll have a more, like used to be downtown, that was a place to go when I was growing up. Now I hope we can bring more people down. I know what they're doing with Can Do or the Alliance and First Fridays and the Art League. It's just a tremendous place. I got a tour of that. So I'm hopefully bringing more people downtown and looking at it as a way we can all work together. Like I said, we're very diverse, but I think we have a lot more in common. And we all care about our community. I've seen that a lot from all the aspects that we've done. We work with the Hispanic community, and they've been very good, and they want to be part of it. They want to work, and we want to make them part of our community and work together to make this a great future.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching and exploring the backstory with us, and an even bigger thank you to our guest, Jim Perry, for coming on the show. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend, everyone. Best of luck, best of life. Good night. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or at WYLNTV.com, where you can also find LVHN's real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.